folks, and welcome back to another video. So today we've got something special. We are fitting the full Remus system to the R1200gs. So stick around, I'll show you how to fit the full exhaust system, including downpipes. Roll the intro and we'll see you back when I'm stripping the bike. Okay folks, let's just jump straight into it. So if we zoom in here, this is the first bolt we need to undo. It's a T45, that's for removing the end can. Down at the bottom I've already taken off with a little heat shield. It's only T25s, 3 of them hold on obviously with a little bracket. That's your exhaust servo motor for the little flap. We'll loosen the 12mm bolt for the exhaust clamp, and we'll get the T45 out to remove that, and let's get the back can off. There's quite a bit of weight in that compared to obviously the Remus. Good bit of weight saving on there. The thing is, you can't even see through these, so it just shows you the amount of restriction that that's holding against the exhaust. So first part done. So bring you across. If we look under here onto the heat shield, so if we look under here, that is the heat shield. Just here, I need to remove the bottom heat shield. That'll be done using a T30. Let's get the heat shield off. What we want to do now, we've got the lambda sensors, we'll get them unplugged. In there, you've got the lambda sensor. We'll get these unplugged and we'll remove the servo as well. So obviously you've got the motor cables for the back as well. Need to get that off. So let's get that done. Here you'll see the little hole in the clip in there, so put a little screwdriver in there, prise it open and disconnect that. If you go into the back of this one, there's a little clip, just push down, there we go. That makes a servo motor nice and loose when we're taking off the exhaust. Perfect, that'll be the oxygen sensor. What we'll do, just disconnect that, little screwdriver in here again, keep that cable nice and loose so you don't damage your oxygen sensor. There we go, perfect, that's loose, cable's there, to the servo, tucked up out the way, lovely jubbly. So what we need to do now, underneath the engine you've got, I think it's 13mm bolts, that's to remove the downpipes, so we'll get them off now. Now one thing I'll show you here, obviously underneath, the bolts that hold on the exhaust are kind of multi-splined, so you can't put, let me find a normal socket. If you look at a single hex socket, that's obviously the square, but the bolts up here are multi-splined, so what you need to use is if you use a spanner, multi-splined, goes on there, lovely, and then you can loosen the exhaust bolts off. So I'll be back once that's off. So just to show you what we've got on the other side, you've got obviously your second lambda sensor, oxygen sensor. Your multi-plug is just there for it. Let's try and shine the light in. That's the multi-plug there for the where that yellow wire and green wire is. We'll get that unplugged, and then same again applies the 2 bolts underneath here. Get them removed on the bottom of the exhaust, and the exhaust is on like a bracket just up here. We need to slide the exhaust back the way and then it will drop down. So another thing to do a neat job just here, you've got a tie wrap which is holding the cables together. We'll obviously replace that, but you need to snip that because it's got a breather pipe and it's got your lambda sensor cable, so we'll cut that so it's nice and tidy and then we'll put up a new one. Oh no! There we have it. She's off. So let's line up the next one beside it so we don't mix up the oxygen sensors. Right, so what we'll see here is obviously we'll change over the oxygen sensors. We don't need, the bracket's already on there. This we'll put on second, but what I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to give these a quick polish up just so they're clean for going on the bike. So what I use to clean them is I've got some Smart Wheels, which is a pH neutral cleaner. This is the best stuff for cleaning your exhaust. What I do is on a detailing brush, paint it on, take off the exhaust clamps. That'll help. And you'll see it takes gets rid of all your discolouring, get it back to obviously a chrome finish exhaust to match the tailpipe. Now this stuff doesn't affect anything, all it is it's that strong it removes any markings. Now you see you've got quite the corrosion stains obviously where it's not been cleaned right. Use a little bit of steel wool, soak it and give it a good clean. So you see it starting to lift it with the brown. I use a bit of smart cleaner. You'll see the markings obviously eventually going. It's a bit time consuming. I'll then add obviously a metal polish onto the exhaust. And it just gives it that better finish as well. And if there's anything too stubborn, I've got a cutting compound I use. Use that on it. And you'll see in a second obviously how good the exhaust comes up. Same again. Gives you the bleeding effect, just to keep working it into the metal. 3, 2, 1, roll a time lapse. Now I'm happy with that, until I need to obviously polish it with my normal polish. So that's us now get the exhaust kind of cleaned up. The back section is clean. We will get the oxygen sensors from the old exhaust onto the new one. So what we've done here, the 2 points, we've cleaned them up, wire brush and WD-40. I'm going to put some bolt locker onto it once we get the exhaust up. Lambda sensors are changed over and we'll get them on. So that's us now get this on. You leave these nice and loose so that obviously it's not going to, and you've still got a bit of a movement in the exhaust. We put the clamp in, obviously we don't bolt that in yet. These exhaust bits are on, but what I'll do is I'll wait until I've got the back box on. I'll then line everything up. I'm going to put in this clamp so it holds it in position, because obviously it can still slide on obviously the grommet and the exhaust hanger. Get everything lined up, and then once everything's straight we'll tighten it all up. So just to show you now what we've done, we have got the exhaust bracket tightened in here, that's all tightened up. We're putting on the back box, so I'll line this so this one's perfect, so that's the true line up hole. Once that's perfectly lined up, we'll move the exhaust where it needs to be, get that clamp down, get the carbon cover fitted onto the exhaust. Once we tighten up the headers, we'll then tighten up the bottom clamps. We need to remove the exhaust flapper from that and get it on here, because if you leave that as an open one, you will then start getting a fault light up in the dash. So that is the back can on, nice and secure. There, that's tight. It's got the carbon heat shield on. What I'll do now is I'll tighten up underneath the headers so it lines them up, and then I'll tighten up obviously the bottom bolts. Okay, just to show you what I've done now. Exhaust clamps are on, they're all tight, exhaust is secure, brackets are tight in there, heat shield's back on. The only other thing is that bolt sticks through because obviously they don't have exhaust brackets on the other exhaust. So you've got a wee bit there, but it's not going to cause any harm. If not, you wouldn't be able to fit the belly pan. All the headers are all tight up there. All we need to do now is tidy up the cabling for the oxygen sensor and fit the servo back in so we don't get a fault. So just to show you inside the servo, that's the way it sits. You take out your wee screw up here. Once you open it up, the cables are attached to inside it. You take them off so the wheel can still operate. We'll put it back together like so. Put the little screw back on. That's it, tight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit a bit of rubber grommets into there. So obviously that's off of the cables, just so we don't get anything in there. So as you can see now, we've got a couple of wee holes. We need to just fix them on. We'll put the base screws back in, and then we'll put the big anchor back in up the front here. That'll keep it secure. Now that means that the modulator can still work without throwing a fault. Boom. So what you can see now is obviously we've got the cables. I'm going to put that down back onto its little bracket down here. It should just slide right in like so. That's all tidy. Cable sits there. All we'll do now is put the little cable tie on the top, and it's perfect. All secure. We'll get it outside and get it started. Okay, that's the exhaust on. Start it up. And with no fault lights as well. So folks, that's how you fit your Remus exhaust to the BMW R1200gs Rally. Stick around. Obviously if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. This is the Scottish Biker, and we'll see you in the next one.